Hello everyone, this is Rajashree Bordoloi, Assistant Professor from the Department of Botany, Durham College, Tezpur. This lecture is for the 5th Sem Botany major students. Paper is Plant Metabolism. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the phloem loading and unloading. So what is phloem loading? We know about the photoassimilates, that is the sucrose which is produced during the process of photosynthesis in the mesophyll cells of the leaf. It is a process of loading of sugar from mesophyll cells into the phloem for transport to different sink part of the plant body. So what is sink part? Sink parts are roots, shoots, etc. which actually required food for their different metabolic activities. So there are two mechanisms involved in the process of phloem loading. So these are the passive loading and the active loading. So what is passive loading? When the sugar simply diffuses through plasmodesmata into the companion cell and to the sieve elements of the phloem without energy requirement is called passive loading. And what is active loading? In this process, sugar is actively loaded from apoplast to the sieve tubes by an energy-driven transport. This figure describes the process of loading of sugar. So now what is the mechanism of phloem loading? Foods are produced in the mesophyll cells of the leaves. Now this food, that is sugar, move symplastically from the mesophyll cells to the nearest bundle seed cell. Then it is now moves towards the phloem parenchyma. So up to the phloem parenchyma, the movement of sugar is always symplastic. This is because here the translocation takes place through the plasmodesmata. Now the sugar is entered to the companion cell. Now the sugar is entered to the companion cell. From companion cell, sugar is directly deposited in the sieve tubes of the phloem symplastically. Here the loading process is completed symplastically. From phloem parenchyma, sugar may directly enter into the sieve elements apoplastically. It involves the H plus ATPase, which is a transport protein present in the plasma membrane. It helps the movement of sugar apoplastically without involving the cytoplasm of the companion cells. So these are the apoplastic pathway and the symplastic pathway. The apoplastic pathway, in the apoplastic pathway, the translocation of organic solutes takes place through the cell wall. Here the pathway is represented by the violet color, that is the apoplastic movement of organic solutes, that is the sucrose. And another pathway is known as the symplastic pathway, and in this pathway the translocation of organic solutes takes place through the plasmodesmata from one cell to another. So how the active phloem occur? So in this case, H plus ATPase, which is present in the sieve elements, and from here H plus is now entered into the cytoplasm of phloem parenchyma, which leads the higher concentration of H plus over here, and then occurs the transportation of sugar from phloem parenchyma to the sieve elements with the help of H plus ATPase. Now The sugar, now the sugar is transported because of higher H plus concentration in the phloem parenchyma and lower H plus concentration in the sieve elements. These are all about the phloem loading process by symplastically and apoplastically. Now this is the process of phloem unloading. So phloem unloading is a passive transport mechanism from the sieve tubes to the cells at the root tips, that is the sink end of the plant body. It takes place passively down a concentration gradient of sugar or sucrose. It may take place either symplastically or apoplastically. So this is the process of unloading of sucrose in the phloem sieve tubes to the sink end, that is the root cells or shoot cells, etc., which requires the food material. These are all about the phloem loading and unloading. Thank you so much.